Welcome. Hold on one moment. I just found out that Type Help is getting a huge remaster. It's going from itch.io to Steam, and the Steam version looks incredible. It has visuals, voice acting, the works. It looks, amazing. I will definitely be playing this when it comes out. If it comes out in the middle of me doing the first version, I'll probably just switch over. If it comes out after, I'll just replay it. But to show why I'm so excited and to share this excitement, I'm going to show the trailer because it looks astonishing. So here it is.
It's strange. I received an invitation earlier this week. I have no idea who from, but for whatever reason, I decided to come anyway.
I must ask, sir, are you a friend of the galleys?
Never heard of him. Do you know why I've been invited here?
I can't say I do, sir. But we do have a number of other guests with us this evening. It's a privilege to be a guest at Galley House. I'm sure it will be a night to remember.
And today we're going to be playing Type Help, which I've been trying to decode for a while now. I'm excited to see what goes on going forward, I guess. I just reviewed all the information from last time. I have the papers. I am so ready to begin this, so without further ado, let's begin. Okay, we are starting off with nothing. There is not much information that I have that's leading us anywhere. So, quick recap. 1 is John, 2 is Annie, 3 is Oswald, 4 is Tony, 5 is Martha, 6 is Eddie, 7 is Victoria, 8 is Damien, 9 is Helen, 10 is Even, 11 is Thornton. They will all appear once, as long as they're alive, each time code. Let's see. Eve is Helen's daughter. Martha is Eddie's mom. Oswald might be Eddie's uncle. Eve and Tony are siblings. We got to... the last one that we did was this. Act 1 in the attic for 2. So, let me read through this again, I guess. So, the pain about time code 1 is that it all happens at the same time, whereas, usually we can see kind of the track for everything. I kind of want to mark down what we're missing, because if each person appears once per time code, then I think we're done with 3, but not much else. So who are we missing for 1? I'm gonna try to mark these down. Okay, so just in Act 1 we are missing a lot of people, mostly 2, which I believe is Annie. Yes. Which, she was in the attic. Does she stay? She stays in the attic for 3. Someone tries to open the door, but it's locked. There's a knock and the door opens. Oh, I'm sorry. I swear it wasn't me. It was Tony. I told him not to. Nothing's even happened yet. And Annie's yapping about Tony doing something that he wasn't supposed to. And Tony is nowhere to be seen for the entirety of Act 1 so far. Or Act 2. Told him not to. Sorry, I'm Annie. Eddie said he would stay up here. I hope that's okay. I could stay up here. So Eddie and Annie have a talk in probably 2. No, she's already in the attic in 1, so she's probably been told that before. I suppose so. You reminded me of her in a way. Her. I don't know who that is. Oh great, I'm sorry, I can't. Can I help you with something? Not at all. It's been a while since I've been out here. Okay. Must be unpleasant. A little. They seem to know each other. Not at all. It's been a while since I last came up here, and for some reason she thinks it's unpleasant. I'm so sorry. I'm sure I can find someone else to sleep. No, that's quite alright. It's nice to revisit old memories. I think I'll leave you in peace. So she's definitely in the attic still in Act 2, it would seem like. O2, AT. It's not just gonna be her though. In Act 3 she's talking about Damien doing something, so maybe Damien, where is Damien in Act 2 and 1? She did say Damien, right? I'm not going crazy. No, sorry, Tony, not Damien. I'm going nuts over here. Tony is 4. Yes, okay. O2, attic, her, and Tony. So Tony's already did something, which is good to know. Okay. There's a knock on the door and the door opens. Oh, I didn't wake you up, did I? No. Who are you? It's you, isn't it? What's your name again? I swear I recognize you. I used to live nearby years ago, but I haven't been back in ages. I'm only back here to visit my sister for a bit. Did we say who? No, I almost have no information on Annie at all. Okay. You're Annie Beaumont. I remember you. You got caught stealing from the news agent one time and you weren't allowed back in. I knew I recognized you. Oh yeah, it's a good you remember me for the right reasons. What are you doing? Don't pull that. Is it even connected to something that doesn't do anything? Seriously, don't do that. They'll come up here and tell me off. This room is creepy. How old's this dollhouse? Yeah, they weren't expecting me to turn up and this is the only bed they had left. It feels like no one's been in here for a long time. This is so weird. You know what happened to the girl that used to live here? No, my sister told me. Tony's sister is Eve, apparently. She slowly went mad. There were plenty of other bedrooms, but she always chose to sleep up here. In the attic? Aren't attics usually, like, unbearably hot? Hey, don't drop that. Seriously, stop messing around. Whoops, too late. Seriously, there's someone down there. You idiot, you almost hit them. Huh? How is this house constructed? Wait. Okay. Forgive me, I'm not familiar with how mansions' attics are constructed. I assume there's that little drop-down thing, and you come up, and he drops something down that? Sorry, Anne, I'm Tony, by the way. If you don't remember me, are you coming to the living room? I hardly know anyone else there, just leave me alone. Alright, Anne, sorry, I'll see you later. He gets real familiar with her real fast. The door closes and locks. Okay. And then... No. This is constructed differently. Because there's a door to the attic that's locked. It's not the little hatch. So, what did he drop from where that almost hit someone? Okay. Weird. This still has a reference to somewhere that we haven't gone to. 4 more people enter the living room. Okay. Wait a minute. So in O2, there are already people in the living room. Eddie comes in, so Martha is already there. I assume 8 and 9? Tony's definitely not. No, Eddie's not there. So Martha Damien, Vic. Martha, Damien, and Vic. Maybe Helen as well? Martha, Damien, Vic, and Helen. In O2. Oops. In O2. In the living room before anyone else. That's... Okay. Martha, Damien, Vic, and Helen? I didn't put that in order. 5, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. Maybe in the O1 scenes? I feel like we already have some of these people for O1. Maybe in... No, O3, they're all in the living room. Okay, hold on. O1, we are... No, we're missing... O1, we're missing 5, 7, 8, and... Okay, so maybe it's in the O1 scenes. Nope. Okay. 5... We have 7 for O2. We don't have 7 for O4, but we have... The O3 scenes are already done. So, 4 more people enter the living room. There are already people in the living room before the O3 scenes. And it's not 3, because 3 is Oswald. And he's not here. 5, 8, 9, and 11. Thornton's not here either. I don't know where Thornton goes. So, living room O2, 4 more people enter the living room, which would be Eddie, John, Tony's already here. Good graciousness. Tony's already here. Okay. We just have to pick out who's here and who's not. Okay, in this living room we have 5, 6, 1, 9, 8, 7, 4, and that's it. Okay, so we have to remove 4 people. Obviously, John comes in, right? Eddie too. Someone else. Hello. Okay, who is this? Apparently his car got stuck in the mud. Quail Lane. Is everything alright? So it looks like Damien just enters. Vic's here. Tony's here. Martha's here. And Helen's here. Maybe Helen's not here? Did we remove enough people? I feel like we didn't. Okay, let's see. We said Eddie wasn't there, John wasn't there, Damien wasn't there. That's 3. Eddie, John... I mean, Martha's there, Helen's there... Eddie, John, Damien... Tony? I feel like Tony went down to the living room though. Okay, trying to figure this out is gonna drive me crazy, so let's move on. This has 2 references as well. Okay, a second guest arrived in the kitchen. After he left, Mr. Maseko arrived as I was tending to the inebriated guest and informed me I was needed here. Okay, hold on. Hold on. A guest arrived in the kitchen. She seemed rather inebriated. That is Eve. I believe she is drinking. Yes? 8, 10, yes, Eve. Then another person goes into the kitchen around the same time that Thornton is taking care of Eve, which is in 05. 05. No, it wouldn't be 05. It'd be 04. Because we've already got them for 05 and 03. So, K-I... Okay, who is a he that Thornton would not know? John is in the study in 04, yes? Okay. Yes, John is in the study. 5 is Martha. 8 is Damien. Damien comes down later. 6 is Eddie, so we already have Eddie. And 9 is Helen. Oswald then, in 04. 3, 10, and 11. Yes! Okay. Oswald came in when Thornton was tending to Eve. Okay. Excuse me, good evening, sir. What brings you down here, then? I'll tell you what, you bear a striking resemblance to the butler that used to work here when I was young. You don't happen to be related, do you? That sounds like my father. You knew him, did you? I must say it's an honor to follow in his footsteps. There's a sound of a bottle smashing upstairs. Okay, what was that? Was that Eddie? Yes, I thought you looked familiar, but I just came here for the key to the chapel. Okay, he talks about going to the chapel in 05. But, okay, I'm afraid I don't, but he doesn't get the key. What do you mean, where is it? I'm not sure. How about I look after dinner, and I'll let you know once I find it. Okay. But Thornton dies. What is in that chapel? Thornton dies soon after, doesn't he? When does Thornton die? Okay, 11 here. He's really dead, followed by a silence. And I don't think he ever shows up again. I think Thornton dies somewhere, right? I don't know. Okay, let's just focus on what we have. Okay. I remember this house being a lot more organized. We had a lot more stuff back then as well. Very good quality staff. Sorry, staff, not stuff. I didn't used to have to cause such a commotion just to get a key, which is fair. Well, I'm sorry, sir. I'll find it as soon as I'm able. Tell him what you told me, Harry, about the chapel. What? So Thornton and Eve had a chat about the chapel? Because in the last scene, they were just talking about going to France. I don't know what you're talking about, Miss Dower. I don't know of any of the stories, and if I did, I wouldn't be repeating them. Okay. What's this? Your father must have told you something, no doubt. Well, sir, I suppose I did hear a few things. Crumbles under no pressure, by the way. He was the one to bury her there, was he not? He was. That he was. His dad was the one that found the body. Can you imagine? Someone died in this house? Earlier, too. Miss Dower, you do well not to speak of such matters in this house, young lady. I'm terribly sorry, sir. You'd be kind to forgive her. It's all been a little unusual this evening. Whatever it is, I'd rather stay out of it. I'll have my dinner once everyone else has left the dining room. Understood. Okay, so once everyone leaves the dining room, homie's gonna have dinner. That's fine. Of course, sir, I apologize about the key. Well, it's not your fault. I don't trust the owners of this house to know what to do with it. I'm sure I've just misplaced it, sir, and if you forgive me for saying it, I think she's happy to see you back. Who am I? What nonsense are you talking about? I don't mean anything by it. I just heard something earlier. Like maybe she's still in the house with us. Oh! Okay. Oswald's something or another was the lady who used to stay in the attic who went insane, who died in the attic, whose Thornton's dad found in the attic and buried in the chapel. Confusing, but you know. Okay, but forgive me if I've overstepped. Watch your mouth. You'll find that key, bring it to me, and then neither of you will mention this again. Of course, sir. Good. There's a pause, then person 3 leaves. Okay. Great. So, for 4, we've got 3, 10, and 11 now, which is good. We continue to narrow things down. Okay, there's another thing in here. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Here's talk of a key. So after 06 and in 07, I don't have the numbers written down for 07 yet, but Thornton would have gone and talked to Oswald again, if this is the key to the chapel. Oh, wait, no. Thornton says that... Whew, a confusing lad indeed. Okay. Thornton leaves the key with John and gives him this side quest to go find Oswald if he bumps into him at some point, and then dips back to the kitchen. So, this is in the dining room. Yes, he's in the kitchen. Thornton's talking about how he's really dead. And then we're never shown them again. Hold up. This fool's missing. Let me write down these numbers as well. Okay. That's a mess. So the only one we're missing in 07 is Oswald. Where would he be in 07? 'Cause he talks to someone. He talks to Helen in the living room, and Eve talks to Helen about Oswald before they meet in 05. Eve is 10 and 9. Where are we missing 10 and 9? Nowhere. We're not missing 10 and 9 anywhere, so she must have mentioned him before the party even started. Where would he be in 07? 07, I mean, we could try all the things we have now, but that's not going to be helpful. Because we might have one that he's not in. He might go back up to the attic. Because I think Eve's left at that point. Nope. Where would he be? In 07, I think everyone's in the dining room. Yeah, everyone's in the dining room. He doesn't want to be around everyone. So where would this man be in 07? In the living room? No. odd. Okay. There's 2 in here. Martha goes to find Oswald. That's great. In 08? Which one's Martha? 5? We are missing Martha but I have no idea where he is. And then I think these 2 leave. Okay. 2 and 8 go and talk in the living room. No. Okay, wait. In Vic's room. Okay. 2 and 8 go to Vic's room. I guess it would be 09. VI 2 and 8. Yes. We have that file already? Where? Oh. Okay. Okay. Why you've been... Okay. I haven't been near Helen's room. Good graciousness. And I came down to the living room just before dinner, but only Helen was there. Right. Annie and Helen talking before dinner would be 06. Do we already have that one? I don't want to go searching for something we already have. Yeah, 2 and 9. They already have a conversation. Okay, we've got that one. Okay, Annie also goes to find Oswald. Where? Why? What? Where is Oswald? Person 1 leaves to go to the living room to talk to... So I think it's still in 10. Oops, 10. Li, it'd be... Crap. But even if Vic goes to the living room, it's said that somebody else joins them and then she starts playing. I mean, I could always try 1 and 7, but I doubt it. Yeah, no. Okay. Series of crashes from the ceiling above. The dining room's not upstairs. What falls? Upstairs. Upstairs. I'm gonna lose it. Okay. There are 3 floors to this house that I know of. Technically. The attic, upstairs where I assume everyone's room is, and then downstairs. So who drops everything but the kitchen sink so that Vic goes upstairs? Why is the living room upstairs? If they wanted to talk privately, they shouldn't have chosen the living room. They should have expected the third person would end up joining them. I don't know why they think they can complain about it later. I think the narrator's talking about 2 other people. Here's what I think is happening. It's gonna happen an aneurysm. I think that... Do we have anything for 07 that we're missing? Just Oswald. I think that either in 07 somehow or in 08, probably the more likely culprit, people are having a conversation in the living room, which is somehow upstairs. Maybe they have 2 living rooms, I don't know. And Vic joins them. So maybe it's 3 and 5, which would be Oswald and Martha? Why would Martha want to talk? Oh wait, yeah. Martha went to look for Oswald because his dinner was getting cold. So in 08, the living room, 3 and 5? You're killing me. Maybe it's not in 07. 09? I know eventually Vic plays the piano in the living room, but why? This is a struggle. Okay. I cannot tell if I'm thinking about this too hard or if I'm not thinking about it hard enough. Two people are talking in the living room. And then Vic goes and joins them, and she plays the piano in 10. So maybe it's 10 Li 3, 5, and Vic is 7, right? Yes. I'm losing my mind. What do you mean? We know that. Okay. Who would complain about having their conversation being interrupted? 3, 5. Maybe it's an 06. Just throw it out there. 3, 5. Nope. Maybe it's just 3. No, okay. Who's 4? Tony. Why would Tony talk to Martha? Why would anybody talk to anybody in this house? Okay. Zeros across the board until we reach here. Sometimes it's good to reset. I don't know if it's this one. Or if it's something else. I know there's here. Right? And they go there. And then Helen and Eddie go to the billiard room, which is something I haven't gone to in a long time. And that is in 04 BI Helen and Eddie. Eddie is 6 and 9. They go there in 4. Right? Okay. So, Damien, Martha, and John go to the study. Because Martha says, I'll show you to the spare bed in the study. Martha never makes it to the study, does she? Yes, she does. Okay, here. And he's dead. So, this has to be the one we're missing. 4 more people enter the living room. Martha's already there. This is in the, okay, 02, LI. I feel like I've done this so many times. Martha's already there. Eddie's just coming along. John's just coming along. Helen's here, apparently. Damien is not. It seems like he just enters the room. And then there's Tony. John, Eddie, Damien, somebody else enters. Maybe, I don't know. 5, 4, 7, and 9 is who we're saying. And I'm just gonna remove people. Obviously Martha's there. Tony doesn't have to be. See, the combinations are infinite, though. Because, okay, if we remove that, sometimes, I swear, brute force is... Never mind. That's not gonna help me. If you need me, Vic, play the piano in the living room, and I'll come find you there. I'll go check everything's upstairs. Series of crashes from the ceiling above, and they go in Vic's room. Damien... So Damien would also go to... And if John's going, then it's in 11. The living room. Damien's gonna be there, Vic's gonna be there, and 2 other people, which we're assuming for right now is 3 and 5, then 7 and 8 and 1 would also be there. Patience is a virtue. Okay. Maybe 10 living room and Vic and Damien are already there. Oh, okay. This is where Oswald eats his meal, in the dining room. Found this key. Okay, Oswald gets the key to the chapel. So he's gonna go to the chapel. So why? So then that's... No. 3 resumes their dinner. So he's either going to be in the chapel in 10 or 11. Or further on. I assume he would have gone there immediately. Isn't there one where they drag a dead body? Somewhere? Yes. Eddie and John find a dead body. They either find Thornton or a cook. There were 2 people missing from dinner. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah. 10's good. Like he says. Eddie says. But Oswald's missing in 7. So he's got a point. And Eddie leaves. Then there's sound of something being poured. Then person 6 leaves. Something, okay. I feel like I've ran into a wall. Okay. I think, for the sake of my sanity, we're gonna stop for a minute. I feel like I ran into a wall. And I mean, there are always going to be this, where I run into a wall. I might work on it. I probably won't, because for the sake of this, I kind of want all of, I want to do all of this on camera, but I might work it a little more on, like, my off time, when I have the time. But for now, so the information we gathered last time was that one person appears every single chapter, only once. This mess is who we're missing for every chapter. And we marked off a couple. So, that's something. I don't know. I think I need to play around with the file names a bit more. But for now, I think I've hit a mental wall where I'm just running around, rereading, and trying to figure out where Oswald is, because for most of this, and I mean most of this, 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, and 10, he's just gone off somewhere, so I'm trying to figure out where he is, because then that'll piece together where Martha is, and that'll piece together where I think Annie is, and that'll piece together who's in the living room when Vic and Damien show up. It's a lot. I really wanted to find the scene where Vic is in the living room, because I know she plays the piano, and that means Damien's gonna come in, and we could have gotten like a couple files from there, but again, I just don't know who's in that living room, and until I do, there's a wall there, so for the sake of time and my brain power slowly dying, we're gonna leave it there. Yeah, thank you for sitting down, thank you for watching, and thank you for hopefully enjoying as much as I did, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.